2024 Polaris RZR XP 1000 First Drive. More power, comfort, and style. Polaris created the performance side-by-side category with the launch of the original RZR XP 1000 back in 2014. The RZR XP had a powerful 999cc engine, a race-inspired suspension, loads of wheel travel, aggressive tires, and a sporty yet comfortable interior. Gone were the days of needing to upfit farm equipment, as a side-by-side specifically built for backcountry exploration had finally arrived. In the years since, the company released several iterations of the RZR XP, including longer 4-seat versions, models with more powerful turbocharged engines, and the wide-track Desert Pro XP variant. But aside from a facelift in 2019, the basics of the RZR XP 1000 have remained unchanged. Now, roughly a decade after it launched the segment, Polaris has unveiled its all-new 2024 RZR XP 1000, and we were invited to Windrock Park in Tennessee to be among the first to experience the vehicle in its natural habitat. Slightly more power and better clutching. Powering the 2024 RZR XP 1000 is the updated, second-generation version of the ProStar 1000 999cc parallel twin engine. The new engine produces 114 horsepower, a modest increase of just 4 horses over the outgoing mill. It's nothing that will knock your socks off, even in a 1,600-pound vehicle. But the big difference with the new RZR XP is its change in gearing. For 2024, Polaris has lowered the gear ratios in the CVT transmission, in both high and low range, which provides better throttle response and control. As we climbed steep and twisty trails and blasted along graded mountain roads, we appreciated the smooth and linear power application. It was easy to keep the vehicle under control and avoid excessive tire spinning. We also found clutch engagement to be superb. We needed just a minimal amount of engine RPM to get the RZR moving, and there were no concerning clunks or excessive drivetrain slop along the lines of what we've experienced at times in previous models. Engine braking proved to be almost non-existent in high range, with the vehicle requiring a fair bit of friction brake application to prevent it from running away on steep inclines. That said, everything changed when the gearbox shifted into low range. In low, the RZR had nearly enough compression braking to bring the vehicle to a stop without using the service brakes at all. If nothing else, this is a perfect example of why it pays to be in the proper gear given the terrain. Another new addition to the 2024 RZR XP 1000 is the ability to shift between 2- and 4-wheel drive on the fly. On previous models, the shift between drive modes needed to be completed while stationary. We spent the majority of our trail time riding in 4-wheel drive, but it was nice to finally be able to drop the vehicle into 2-wheel on the faster graded roads for a bit of tail sliding action, then just as quickly re-engage the front axle. Smooth riding suspension and a stiffer chassis. Although Polaris considers the 2024 RZR XP 1000 all new, its suspension remains relatively untouched. As the old saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The new RZR XP features 16 inches of front wheel travel, with 18 inches in the rear. Usable travel, measured from the bottom of the tire to the bottom of the skid plates, is a touch more than 20 inches when equipped with the 30-inch tire option. Damping the suspension's movement are 16-position adjustable Walker-Evans shocks measuring 2.0 inches in diameter in the front and 2.5 inches at the rear. What is new, however, is the chassis. The one-piece welded unit, combined with a new rollover protection system that's also fully welded, no longer bolting together in the center, combined to create a chassis that's 25% more rigid than before. This allows more of the trail imperfections to be absorbed by the suspension and not end up transmitted to the occupants. It also helps mitigate overall squeaks and rattles. When paired with a set of 30-inch Trailmaster XT tires, base sport models get 29-inch rolling stock. The new RZR XP 1000 did a fantastic job taming the trails. We left the shock adjusters at their factory neutral setting and found the damping to be perfectly adequate for the type of riding we were doing, which was pretty representative of the typical RZR XP 1000 owner, outside of the desert Southwest, anyway. If we were at home in California, we would have opted to increase compression damping all around. The vehicle soaked up the biggest bumps and humps the trail had to offer, along with easily traversing rocks, logs, and other obstacles without any great jostling of the occupants. We did notice, however, that the longer four-seat vehicle would frequently drag its underbelly skid plate while driving over small to medium humps. If it were just 2 inches taller, this wouldn't be an issue. A comfortable interior? Why, yes. If you're going to spend a day on the trail, you want it to be in a comfortable space. To that end, Polaris went to great lengths to improve the ergonomics of the new 2024 RZR XP 1000, and after a few hours behind the wheel, we'd say they succeeded. The front seats have been moved back an inch and lowered 1.5 inches for a sportier seating position, and a new hood has improved visibility. The front seat is also adjustable, and combined with the RZR's tilt steering wheel, we were able to easily set up our preferred driving position. It may seem like a small thing, but Polaris engineers designed multiple, dead pedal, options into the floorboard, making it possible to get comfortable even when wearing large riding boots. We especially appreciated the foot taco resting location, if you know you know. With the launch of the new RZR XP 1000, Polaris is also unveiling more than 90 accessories for the vehicle. Our tester came with the new interior storage bags that nest into voids built into the doors. We mention this because more than anything they provide a soft place to rest your left knee and elbow, essentially serving as a padded armrest that otherwise wouldn't be there. The bags are absolutely worth having, trust us. There are 3 different trims of 2024 RZR XP 1000, Sport, Premium, and Ultimate. Our ride for the day was a top-of-the-line Ultimate, which meant it came with a 7.0-inch ride command system. This center-mounted color touchscreen displays everything from speed and vehicle information to the stereo controls and GPS mapping. It's intuitive to use, offers physical buttons for a few of the most basic features, and the touchscreen works well even with gloves on. During our time on the trail, we also used the group ride function, which displays where other riders in your party are in real time on a map. Messages can also be shared with individual riders or with the wider group, which proved quite useful. Also standard on Ultimate models is a Stage 3 audio system by Rockford Fosgate. This includes 4 coaxial speakers and a 400-watt amplifier. A separate subwoofer and amp are optional. The system is crisp, powerful, and easy to operate through the ride command system, but we're torn on using these systems on the trail. We head to the woods to be with nature, not to listen to someone else blast Taylor Swift at ear-bursting levels. But that's just us. Final thoughts. With the speed at which the side-by-side market has advanced lately, it's been far too easy to get caught up in the hype of the ultra-high-performance machines like the 225-horsepower RZR Pro R or the glitz and glamour of the highly competitive racing scene. The reality, however, is that sport side-by-sides like the RZR XP 1000 are the most popular and best-selling nationwide. The 2024 Polaris RZR XP 1000 is immensely capable and comfortable enough for a full day on the trail with the family while also not being intimidating to new riders. And it's affordable for all with a starting price of just $20,999. Watch a full episode of Dirt every day. UTV fishing trip to New Mexico. On episode 72 of Dirt Every Day, Fred Williams and Dave Chappelle decide it's time to take a break from building crazy 4x4s and just do what normal people do. So they hitch a small boat to the back of a Yamaha Wolverine UTV and head to the hills of New Mexico. The plan is simple. Explore the southern Rockies, find a nice mountain lake, and maybe catch some trout. But is it really possible for Williams and Chappelle to be normal? Sign up for a free trial to Motor Trend Plus and start watching every episode of Dirt every day, plus much more.